A morning news anchor grabbed a lighter, tried to set her documents on fire.
Why would any of that? Why would any of that?
Bro, I ain't finished. I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with...
When her co-host stopped her, she threw them into a paper shredder instead, live, on national television.
Medicine, make me like them, not gonna happen. I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Let's go on there, let's go. Stop playing with my name. Let's go.
Let's do it on camera.
Stop playing with my name.
Let's go right on there.
What made this snapped at Kathy Lee Gifford and Hoda Kotb to shut up. The segment ended in painful silence. Ben Affleck called Bill Maher racist on his own show, and Tom Cruise jumped on Oprah's couch like a man possessed. When celebrities lose control on TV, millions watch, and nobody forgets. Live television is a gamble. No editing, no second takes, no time to think before you speak. And when celebrities lose their composure, the meltdown goes viral instantly. Sometimes composure just isn't possible, and these angry outbursts on live TV prove it. These celebrity freakouts were headline news. From onstage outbursts to social media mishaps, these celebrity meltdowns spiraled out of control faster than you can say damage control. Live TV can be a minefield for celebrities, and these star-studded slip-ups will make you want to hide behind your couch. 6 celebrities learned this lesson the hard way. Their stories prove that fame can't buy you self-control. At number 6, Mika Brzezinski literally tried to burn her script. Brzezinski is the co-host of MSNBC's Morning Joe, a weekday morning political talk show. Back in 2007, Brzezinski grew frustrated with the constant coverage of Paris Hilton. She attempts to set her news documents on fire, saying, "I'm done with the Paris Hilton story." When her co-anchor takes the lighter away, Brzezinski gets up and throws the papers into a nearby paper shredder. The cameras captured everything. Her frustration, her co-host's shock, the awkward silence that followed. When reflecting on the moment for a 10-year anniversary special, co-anchor Willie Geist called it a symbolic moment for the show, in that Brzezinski was refusing to air and discuss such trivial matters of celebrity. That's the official spin, the polite way to describe a live television meltdown. But here's the reality. Brzezinski lost control on camera. She couldn't contain her frustration for another second, and instead of waiting for the commercial break, she tried to literally destroy the story she was supposed to read. That's not professionalism, that's a public breakdown. At number 5, Sam the cooking guy told Kathy Lee Gifford and Hoda Kotb to pipe down. Hey, many of us get flustered and frustrated while cooking. Fortunately, our freakouts aren't caught on live television. While appearing on Today with Kathy Lee Gifford and Hoda Kotb, Sam the cooking guy grew tired of the host's constant interjections and firmly told them to pipe down. Sam realized his mistake when his outburst was met with a painfully awkward silence, and he tried alleviating the awkwardness with some smiles and jokes. Unfortunately, that was an error he simply couldn't fix, and the rest of the segment proceeded rather coldly, with Gifford seeming particularly defensive. The damage was done. You don't snap at beloved morning show hosts on national television. You don't tell Kathy Lee Gifford to be quiet during your cooking segment. And you definitely don't do it in a way that kills the entire vibe of the show. Sam tried to recover with humor, but the coldness in Gifford's responses showed exactly how well that worked. Sometimes you can't unring the bell. At number 4, Ben Affleck called Bill Maher racist to his face. Back in October 2014, Ben Affleck appeared on the talk show Real Time with Bill Maher, alongside author and podcast host Sam Harris. And it didn't take too long for the fireworks to really get going. The discussion veers towards the subjects of radical Islam and Islamophobia, and battle lines are quickly drawn. Maher claims that Islam is the only religion that acts like the mafia, and Harris says that Islam is the mother lode of bad ideas. The Oscar winner then goes off on the two men, calling their assertions gross, racist, and ugly things to say. This wasn't a mild disagreement. Affleck was visibly angry. His voice raised, his body language aggressive. He wasn't debating, he was attacking. On Bill Maher's own show as a guest, Affleck essentially accused the host of bigotry. The clip went viral. Some praised Affleck for standing up, others criticized him for losing composure. But everyone agreed he completely lost control. When you're a guest on someone's show and you end up shouting at the host, something went very wrong. At number 3, Tom Cruise's couch jumping moment that became a career-defining meltdown. While Tom Cruise's outburst was one of joy rather than the more common rage-induced meltdowns, it is definitely one of the more memorable, crazed celebrity moments. During an interview with Oprah Winfrey for her talk show, the actor expressed himself as any fool in love. He hopped on the couch a couple of times, kneeled on the floor, and shook his fists victoriously, and proclaimed, "I'm in love." Apparently, Oprah's couch was the next best thing to a rooftop. The audience watched in confused silence. Oprah looked stunned, and Cruise kept jumping, kept proclaiming his love for Katie Holmes, kept losing control of his composure. This wasn't anger, but it was absolutely a loss of control. Cruise couldn't contain his excitement. He couldn't sit still. He couldn't speak calmly about his relationship. Instead, he physically jumped on furniture during a nationally televised interview. The moment became iconic, but not in a good way. It marked the beginning of public perception shifting on Cruise. The strange Scientology interviews followed. The bizarre behavior continued. But the couch jump? That was the moment millions of people decided Tom Cruise had lost it. At number 2, Charlie Sheen's complete public breakdown disguised as confidence. When it comes to Charlie Sheen, there is definitely no shortage of meltdowns and outbursts. Sheen went on a number of profanity-laced livestream rants in which he would call out winning. While his tirades resulted in his phrase trending on Twitter, they also cost him his role on 2.5 Men. Safe to say he ended up losing, not winning instead. If you're the highest paid actor on television, one would think you'd do whatever it takes to keep that job. Well, unless you're Charlie Sheen. In 2011, Sheen launched a full-scale campaign where he publicly insulted Chuck Lorre, the creator of 2.5 Men, the very show that made him a star. Consequently, he was fired and replaced by Ashton Kutcher. But Sheen didn't take his dismissal lying down. Oh no. He doubled down with even more interviews, declaring himself a warlock with tiger blood, and insisting that he was winning. Winning what exactly? We're still not sure. Sheen appeared on multiple talk shows. Each appearance was more unhinged than the last. He ranted, he yelled, he made bizarre claims, and he couldn't see that he was destroying his career in real time. By the time the dust had settled, 2.5 Men kept thriving, while Sheen moved on to a far less successful show. And at number 1, Kanye West's VMA interruption that shocked the world. We know, this one is pretty obvious. In fact, it's kind of a staple whenever you talk about celebrity meltdowns. We could show a montage of uncomfortable interviews where Kanye goes completely off kilter, makes odd statements where you're left scratching your head, rants through his own concerts for nearly 20 minutes, and makes political campaign promises for the year 2020. But the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards moment stands above them all. Taylor Swift had just won Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. She was 19 years old, giving her acceptance speech. And then Kanye West stormed the stage. He grabbed the microphone from Swift's hands and declared, "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'ma let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time." The audience booed. Swift stood frozen. Beyonce looked mortified. And Kanye walked off stage like he'd done nothing wrong. This wasn't a planned bit. This was pure impulse. Kanye lost control completely. He couldn't contain his opinion. He couldn't wait for a more appropriate moment. He couldn't respect a teenager's achievement. He just took the stage and humiliated her. The backlash was instant and severe. President Obama called Kanye a jackass. The internet exploded, and Kanye's reputation took a hit it never fully recovered from. Years later, he apologized multiple times, but the damage was done. That moment defined him as someone who couldn't control himself when it mattered most. 6 celebrities, 6 moments of lost control, 6 reminders that fame doesn't make you immune to public meltdowns. Mika Brzezinski tried to burn her script on live television. Sam the cooking guy snapped at beloved morning show hosts. Ben Affleck called Bill Maher racist on his own show. Tom Cruise jumped on Oprah's couch like a man possessed. Charlie Sheen declared himself winning while destroying his career. And Kanye West grabbed the microphone from a 19-year-old Taylor Swift at the VMAs. These moments prove something important. When you lose control on television, millions of people watch, and they never forget. Live TV doesn't allow for editing. It doesn't allow for second takes. It doesn't allow you to pretend the meltdown didn't happen. The cameras capture everything. The frustration, the anger, the bizarre behavior, the instant regret. And once it's out there, it's permanent. YouTube preserves it. Memes immortalize it. And years later, people still remember the moment you lost it. That's the price of fame. Your worst moments become entertainment for millions.